Okay, what's your definition of a successful actor? Let's take it from there.
The definition of a successful actor is first and foremost to be recognized beyond the shores of Ghana, for African continent.
So if you're just recognized in Ghana, you're not successful. No to the people in Ghana who are local champions. If they only know you here, you're not successful.
She went to the point of saying, okay, there's a place where we could meet, and so time was set, everything. And of all the days, I left my phone on the dressing mirror. My wife saw the message. Hi guys, my name is Adjetey ANANG, and I just got stripped by Sika Osei. Guys, I beg, don't watch it. Oh, Charlie, Sika.
Can you put your clothes on the table? Cause it's time to bed on. Tell a lie, no, you won't be able. Cause tonight you tell it all. Cause I'm gonna strip you down. Strip you down. Cause I'm gonna strip you down. Strip you down. Cause I'm gonna strip you down.
Adjetey.
Yeah, what's up?
You know, I was trying to remember, when did I come up with that name for you? Because I remember I used to bug you a lot, like every time I would see you.
I think it was on set, you know.
Yeah,
it was a sink or swim. That one.
Sink or swim.
In Keta.
Speaking of that sink or swim.
Yeah. Not
In
for
fact,
the cameras.
You know what?
Not for the cameras.
Let's swear first, because I feel like I need you to be an open book today.
Oh my goodness,
I
here
need you
goes
to
my
put
freedom.
your hand on the strip Bible and promise.
I promise.
To say the full truth.
Say the full truth.
The naked truth.
Hey, naked truth.
And expose and strip all your secrets for us today.
Hey, Asambeni.
So help me God.
So
I need you
help
to, no, I need you to say from the beginning.
That will be edited small.
No, it won't be edited. I need you to say from the beginning.
I,
Adjetey ANANG,
Adjetey ANANG,
promise
to
say the full truth,
say the full truth,
the naked truth,
be
be stripped completely of all my secrets.
stripped completely of all my secrets.
Say what now?
Say
what?
I said it.
I did not. I don't think they heard you. Huh?
They should increase their volume.
To strip.
To strip.
Okay, completely
of
all my secrets.
All my secrets.
So help me God.
So help me.
You didn't know you're about to sign away your life with me, did you? You didn't.
Oh no.
I was actually gonna say it's been so long since
Yeah.
I saw you, but actually recently I saw you at the AMVCAs.
Oh yeah, you did.
Right?
Yeah.
Looking dapper, looking good, looking so handsome.
Thank you.
See that shy smile?
Thank you. I don't know.
Do you actually think you're handsome? Like when you look at yourself in the mirror, do you think, I'm a handsome man, I'm not bad looking at all?
No, I think I'm okay. I just try to be okay.
What is okay? Because a lot of people think, you know, you're a sex god. You know that, right?
Yeah, what they think doesn't really have a true reflection on what I think about myself, and so because it's a way of, you know, grounding me. You know, because the moment you begin to, I just think that the moment you begin to feel that you are, then there's a probability that you look down on certain people. Or think too highly of yourself, and so I like to keep it very simple and, you know.
And just keep it moving.
Yeah.
Does Ellen think you're a sex god, though?
Yes, she does.
Ooh, I love that.
She does.
What does she do to make you feel like, you know what, you're the man, you're the sex god in this relationship? Like, what does she do?
I mean, the occasional surprises with, you know, I'm just there minding my business, then he comes a hug from behind, you know, and says a word or two, and then she dashes off. You know, it's unexpected, it's not planned, and then, you know, being put on the spot maybe in a company of friends, and then she says something about me that, you know, everybody should thank me for. I'm like, oh my God, you know, and so, you know, bits and pieces of those and, you know,
and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But you must find something about yourself attractive. Like if I was to ask you right now, what do you think your most attractive part of you is? What would you say?
Oh boy. You think? I've never thought about that.
You think about it now. What do you think is the sexiest, most attractive part of your body, Adjetey?
The hair on my chest.
The hair on your chest.
Yeah.
You know, you brought this on yourself because now we have to show the people the
Who
hair on your
said?
chest.
Who said?
So they can see the sexiness. So they can see the sexiness that you possess. Is it curly? Is it straight? Is it gray? Does it have like a touch of pepper and salt? Like what's going on underneath there? This one that you've covered yourself from here to here. Why?
Yeah,
Why,
I mean,
Adjetey?
no, there are rules here, you know. You can't walk in here naked. Yeah.
But there's always this modesty
Yeah.
and calmness about you that I really like. Okay.
Thank you.
Ever since I've known you, I mean, I can even say that I grew up watching you, and I know when I say that, it's almost like you're old, but you're not. You're like what, early 50s?
Really?
Something like that?
Really?
No?
Sika, really? No.
But you've always been so calm.
Right.
I don't even think I've ever seen you angry before.
Yeah.
Do you get angry?
Yeah, I do.
Really?
Yeah.
What's
I've
your
done
favorite
that.
cuss word? Let me take it to TikTok. What's your favorite cuss word?
Merde.
What's it? What?
Merde.
So you be talking, hey, I'm pulling here, married. Come on. I just
Because I can say the English.
Okay, what is the English version of America?
It's more like shit.
Like shit.
Damn it. I think damn it is my
But even now that you're saying it, I'm not even feeling the anger. You know what? You're an actor, so give it to me. Give me a line where you say your favorite cuss word.
Oh, come on.
Let's see.
I mean, it's more like, damn it, Sika!
Jesus Christ of Nazareth. I just
What?
I swear I wasn't expecting. Okay, moving on. So he does
Yeah.
get angry, guys.
I do.
Listen to myself, honestly. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That is absolutely crazy. So AMVCA,
Yeah.
acting, you won once, you know,
Yeah.
you won countless awards in Ghana. You've been an actor for a minute.
That's right.
Like what, 15?
It's like 1999. Well, I started with theater.
Yes.
So it goes back a bit to probably 94.
94.
Yeah, I was doing theater till about 99 when I did my first screen
Yeah.
production.
That's a long time ago.
Yeah, it is. But then I went off the scene. I
Yeah.
went to school. Took me about 4 years. Yeah, 4, 6, 4, then 2, and 6. So 6 years.
But you've been in it
Then
for
I
a
came back,
while.
yeah.
Like you've been paying your dues.
Yeah, you may say so.
Would you actually say that, honestly,
Yeah.
that you are a successful actor?
No.
That's crazy to me.
No, I'm not.
After all these years.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, you have boxes that you're ticking along the way, and you realize that okay, you've not ticked like half of it. Some because you put on yourself because of more personal opportunities that you missed that you weren't prepared for. Then others that you didn't have any choice because of where we find ourselves in the system and the industry that we have, and so a combination of those factors, have contributed in not being able to, make that level that I dreamed of.
But Adjetey, if you say you're not a successful actor, after all the awards, after all this time, why are you laughing?
Well, because it's based on what what do you...
Okay, what's your definition of a successful actor? Let's take it from there.
The definition of a successful actor is first and foremost to be recognized beyond the shores of Ghana, for African continent.
So if you're just recognized in Ghana, you're not successful. No to the people in Ghana who are local champions. If they only know you here, you're not successful. That's what Adjetey is
That's
telling
about
you.
my books. Everybody have their own, expectations.
So you want to be recognized outside?
Yeah, to really show my talent out there. Well, I've had some opportunities, but not on
because you just came back from Hollywood.
Yes, I did.
Did you meet Brad Pitt?
Brad Pitt?
Yeah.
He was busy.
He was busy. Who in Hollywood did you meet?
I met Vivica.
Oh, Vivica A. Fox.
Yeah,
Okay.
I met her. Yeah.
Is she a cool person?
Well, yeah, at least she was more like a mother hen on set, but warm.
Yeah?
Yeah.
No diva behavior?
Well, I didn't sense any, or I didn't experience that,
Okay.
It was quite a short period, so.
Because we met
not
some
much.
divas. Ooh.
Yeah, I hear.
I've met some divas. Let's just keep it off camera because I don't want to get in trouble, but I'll tell you about it later. Yeah. So you met her, and then what happened?
Oh yeah, I mean, I think I picked a thing or two where she sort of made a suggestion about a scene that I was involved with, and he was like, "Oh my goodness, I never thought about that." That was so cool, and she did it very, not for everybody to see. She came close and had a tete-a-tete, so it was personal. So nobody even knew what we're talking about, and then she burst out laughing. So you wouldn't even know what she was doing or suggesting.
But don't you get offended when people actually come and tell the great Adjetey
No.
And you should act like
no,
this.
No,
and
no, no, no,
you can
no,
say it, though. It's fine.
No, I don't. You know,
because who are they?
No,
who are them?
oh,
who are
come on.
you?
You know, the thing is, once you close yourself, then you'll be offended by that, because I'm learning from people who are working on to set, probably their first production, and you're kind of wondering, okay, I'm the guy you should come to get some tidbits, but I'm watching you, I'm observing what you bring onto the table, because everybody's unique, they carry something special, and therefore I'm looking at what you can do with so much flair.
So do you learn from the young
people
people
I learn
as
from
well?
young people as well, because
that's cool.
everybody have, you know, we all have our period,
Yeah.
and to be able to sustain and be relevant, you need to pick bits and pieces from everybody, so that you make it your own and stay relevant.
Yeah.
You know?
According to Google, your net worth is $4 million.
That's Google. They're saying what they want to see. It's okay, isn't it?
4 million. You've been holding out on $4 million.
They should bring that 4 million to my pocket, then you can see that. Yes.
Huh? Here I was thinking acting doesn't pay. Like honestly,
Oh,
didn't you
really?
hear Yvonne Nelson?
Yeah,
Yvonne
go
Nelson said the
ahead.
first movie she did, they gave her 150 Ghana cedis. I'm telling you, it hasn't changed much since those days. But apparently Adjetey has 4 million.
Really?
You're dusty.
Don't believe the hype, man. But hey, yeah.
Does acting pay though for you?
Well, I mean, it can pay. You know, it can pay. But whether we're really punching in on all those areas that should bring in that pay is another question. So, yeah.
Because the hustle is real.
It is.
Some people have to do 2 or 3 jobs. I know you were teaching at NAFTI.
Yeah.
Do you still teach at NAFTI?
I do. You know, it's more like a social responsibility. So I don't want to really stop.
Yeah.
You know.
So it's not about I need to hustle to make ends meet.
No, with NAFTI, that ain't the reason.
Okay.
You know, other things then fine, but not NAFTI. NAFTI is more like, I think that our younger generation needs some kind of inspiration to sort of, you know, we've walked the journey. We don't want them to repeat our mistakes, and so, you know, being responsible for the choices that they are making now, to feed into what's to come. And so for me, I think that it's my responsibility to do that. And so, I wouldn't consider that as a hustling kind of thing, because I'm not looking at the income I'm getting from there. It's more like to pay my fuel and transportation, basically.
Because we have the Maserati outside. Because of 4 million, you bought the Maserati, you bought the mansion.
Probably you've seen when I
you
borrowed Jackie's ride, so probably that's what you're talking about. 'Cause I don't know what you're talking about.
But let me put you on the spot.
Yeah, I do.
And please, I just want the honest truth.
Yeah, go ahead, I'll try.
A lot of TikTok actors have come out.
Uh-huh.
A lot of social media actors.
Yeah.
Do you think they have what it takes? Or do you think this generation we're playing around?
Look, you see, it's a new medium for us. You know, for those of us who are from a certain era, we're just thrown into this space of social media. It never existed in our times, and so it would come with its own, you know, style and content. And I think that these guys are doing.
You're giving me diplomatic answers, Adjetey.
I've seen a few.
Do you think they cut it or they don't cut it? Do you think they're good actors?
Oh, but of course, there definitely will be the good and the bad. So I've seen some really good ones, and I've seen, you know, quite not too okay. And you see, the thing is, with the social media, you can be so successful because of that media. But when you're thrown into the scenario where we're before, you know, traditional camera filming, you might have some challenges. So it's the medium.
Yeah.
I think that they'll be stronger there. I would go in there and flop.
You probably would.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So give it to them. No, but I know.
Because I can't see you doing. You do TikTok?
No, I don't. I need to know.
No?
Off camera.
Try it.
Off camera.
Try it.
I should try. I mean, what's that thing?
Buka. Yeah.
I'm here to learn.
I realize that.
But you see my video very soon, because I think I want to.
You want to get in there? Yeah. Okay. We'll wait and see. Pusha.
Yeah.
Everybody knows you as Pusha. Does it get annoying when people see you and sometimes they sort of like don't even recognize as Adjetey? It's like, oh, Pusha, because it's so long ago.
No, but I yearn for that, because people still remember Pusha.
You love that?
And no, I yearn for moments where people don't recognize me.
Really?
Yeah, so that I could just breeze past, get whatever I'm gonna do without an a selfie, Adjetey, blah blah.
Do you like that though? The attention.
Sometimes.
You like it
not,
sometimes.
Not all the time.
Okay.
No.
Because sometimes people can cross the boundaries as well.
Yeah, it makes it a bit uncomfortable.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because you're a married man.
No, because it's my personal moment. You know what? Shouldn't I have a personal moment?
No, you
Why
can.
should I always be
but this
somebody?
Is the job you signed up for, though.
Yeah, but which I wasn't prepared for, because then I told you nowadays we didn't have social media, so all this thing is new, and I'm trying to catch up. There's always a catch up. I've never been on Snapchat before. I've never been on TikTok. I've never been on. You know,
he's never been on Snapchat.
No, I haven't.
We have to correct that today.
I haven't. You know,
we're
so
correcting that
today.
It
took me forever to get onto Instagram. Actually, somebody signed me onto Instagram before I got the password later on. You know, because it was new and it was so fast paced. We're not used to that, and so I'm because of the the being in show business, I need to be in there.
Yeah.
And so I'm always doing a catch up. But it's
cool.
Yeah, it's been cool so far.
Do you miss playing that character? Pusher, because the pusher that we know and the Adjetey that we know, that bad boy thing, is not there. Do you understand?
Yeah. I mean, there are moments where you know something just triggers a memory, and you're kind of like, oh man, Charlie, those times. Yeah, but then again, you don't want to be more or less stuck in that era. You want to move on so that you're not defined as that with that character and limited, because I remember the few scripts that I had from Pusha days was more the like of Pusha, because I didn't know Yeman, that role, that kind of thing, and I didn't want to be associated with that. And so I tried other roles.
Did it affect the way people looked at you?
Well, it always did, didn't it? Because I think for the most part, Ghanaians in particular have this notion that if you're able to play a certain character so well, that you must have traits that are very similar.
Yeah.
And so a woman would just draw her son away from me and go like, stay away from this rascal. And for a moment, I'm thinking that, okay, maybe she's playing around, but she's serious.
She's actually serious.
Yeah, so, where do you draw the line? And they think that I must be that character for me to play that well. So it's always a tough thing to really maneuver, and but yeah, I mean.
That was around that time you met Elon, right?
Before.
You met Elon before?
Yeah.
Before the whole Pusha days and stuff like
You're
that?
actually within, I mean, in the moment.
Yeah.
In the moment of doing things.
So the time that you went to meet her father, did he actually sort of like use that as prejudice, like against you?
It's more of the mother.
The mom?
Yeah, in the house you have
like
to meet the mom, not the daddy.
You look like such a mom, like moms would love you.
Yeah, but she loved the character on screen, but she didn't love the guy playing it.
Are you serious?
No.
So what happened the first time you met her mom?
She was like, this relationship she should stop it. I'm serious, I'm not joking. She didn't like me one bit. But whenever I don't appear, episodes, I'm not in every episode, so there's an episode that Pusha doesn't appear, and then she's like, where is Pusha?
But Pusha's right in my house, and she doesn't want Pusha to be there. That's insane. How did you win her over?
She did her homework herself.
Okay.
I didn't have to do anything because she had made up her mind, and it was more like that I didn't have anything to say. He was just in the background. But she made some investigations, and then she realized that my auntie was actually mates with her in school. She was, I think, a couple of years ahead of her.
Somebody she knows and knows
exactly,
you
and then connected, and she was like, "Oh, I'm from a good family," and blah blah. And then she started opening up.
Yeah.
But so it was kind of surprising when she first all of a sudden I was like, okay, I was a bit uncomfortable because I was like, okay, what's changed? Then later on I got to know, then she was mentioning, how is Auntie Nana? I'm like, okay, how do you know Auntie Nana? So that's how she opened up, and we're the best of friends
after that.
Until her passing 2 years ago.
Yeah, oh, shame. May her soul rest in peace.
Yeah.
I know how it feels to lose a parent, so for sure. But now you guys are couple goals.
Yeah.
Relationship goals. The pressure.
Yeah,
is it pressure?
There. Always there.
Yeah,
it's always there. We have to walk the talk. I mean, it's one thing just telling people. I think there was a couple of years down the line where when we chalked 12 years, we wanted to share you know, what were some of the journey, you know, and we're very, very open. We didn't want to, you know, make it seem like everything is so blossoming and you know, flowery. We had our shortfalls, and we wanted the world to know that, look, what you put in is what you get out.
Yes.
And so therefore we're open and just tell the world that, look, we've had our struggles, but we're getting better and we're working at it. And so yeah, it's been tough.
I love that. That's all well and good, but I want to know, how do you keep it spicy?
It's intentional, isn't it?
What do you do?
So, for example, you know, for us to have a balance kind of and tradition going on, you know that every month there has to be a lunch together.
Okay.
Because it gives an opportunity to bond, talk about things that, okay, probably you did something that I wasn't too cool with.
Okay.
So we talk about it, and then, you know, we solve it. There's an issue with a boys' school, and then we talk about it. So intentional timetable, if you will. And so we do lunch every now and then, maybe I think twice a month. That's it. We do going out of the region to, you know, spend a weekend.
So lunch is what keeps it spicy in the bedroom?
Well, they're linked. It's a chain. You know, it's
okay.
like a thread running through.
Okay, so take me
it's
through the
not
chain.
just one.
So you take her to lunch. You
And so, for example, when I come home and I find dishes in the what do you call it,
the sink.
the sink,
Yeah.
I do them.
Okay.
And I know it's score me points.
Got you.
And when it's scored, when I get my points like 10, when she comes in, even if she's tired, she knows that, Charlie, the guy's done something. I mean,
She needs to reward you.
Yeah, you know. I mean, if not with money, in kind. So
Which one do you prefer, the money or the kind?
it depends on the demand on that time. I mean, because if I need money, Charlie, I'll get the money.
But the kind is sweet.
Yeah.
I like that. The kind is sweet.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Sika kakra,
Yeah,
kind
yeah,
kakra,
yeah.
love
So
kakra. Then
balance
you just kind of balance it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But like you said, you guys aren't perfect.
No,
You
no,
know.
we're not. We're not. We're not.
And you
at all.
come out, you've been honest about it.
Yeah, we're not, Charlie. We're not. We struggle though. Hey, I mean, can you imagine being thrown into the space of social media? Sorry, my thinking is that you have to really have everybody in your books.
Yes.
And therefore, every fan that sends me a message, I have to answer.
You answer every single fan.
Yes, that's what I was doing.
By yourself. Do you actually handle your Instagram by yourself?
Yeah, that's what I was doing.
Oh, so if you're getting a response from Adjetey, it's actually from Adjetey. That's insane.
Yeah.
But
and it
speaking
took a
of-
lot of time, and therefore it made me, I became too nice.
Yeah.
And then I started, you know, discussing things that I should be discussing with
people on Instagram.
Yeah, ladies
Wait,
especially. If you're a guy, I just don't look your way. I just look at the day, we're like, oh, John, Alice,
You see how I've come like this? Because right now you are just like, I really want to know. So what kind of stuff do you like discuss with these
No,
ladies?
I think I'm kind of led by what they throw at me,
Yes.
and then I go on that line.
Like the
They ask
tangent.
personal questions. You know,
Yeah.
oh, they have a crush on me. Some would go to the point of doing anything to get them a role to play alongside with me, etc.
What is anything?
Anything
to get a role?
Yeah, I
'Cause I was
mean,
gonna
to go on a
ask.
date, you know, blah blah blah. So really,
People solicit you
and-
for roles.
Oh yeah, they do. I mean, in those days, it sounded exciting because this is a world that I'd never, you know, experienced,
Yeah.
and it was like, oh, just like that, you know, because in our days, Charlie, you have to con a chick, to stretch you, you know. So this was like on a silver platter, and I'm like, oh, so where did I become this?
But Adjetey,
Yeah.
were you ever tempted?
Oh yeah, then a couple of times
Really?
I was. Yeah, a couple
Like
of times I was.
This close?
And when you say this close, it depends on what. Because
You're such a diplomat. Just tell me,
So
this
tell me
close,
what.
have you ever been close to crossing that line?
yeah, in here. I've been not in here.
Okay.
Yeah.
But not physically.
Yeah, but not physically, because there's always this fear of, Charlie, what if?
What if you get
I
caught?
messed up everything.
What if they catch you?
I mean, Charlie, I'm dead. Nowhere to hide. I have to leave this country.
And now you people are couple goals
Charlie,
and everything.
Charlie.
The bubble.
So
was
there's some fear that really always
Yeah.
held me back. Even
Yeah.
when I felt like, Charlie, everything is said. There was this point when some girl be, hey, this one there, wifey self don't know. You guys are telling me, what did you give me to drink?
You put your hand on the Bible.
What
Let's
did you
go.
give
Let's
me
go.
to drink?
In fact, drink more, please.
No.
Drink more.
Cameras, hold on. No, I suspect you. What did you put in my drink?
Oh, nothing. Just a bit of.
I just realized that I've been talking. What have I said so
You've
far?
been talking. We love it. We love it. So there was this time.
No. So I think it was Facebook.
Okay.
So she had, we had been conversing over it, and so it was like more like my dating kind of girl on Facebook. And then, it got to a point where we needed to meet. And when it comes to the meeting side, then I'm mostly backing out. But for this one, I didn't.
Wow.
It was more like, okay, so where are we going to meet? I even went ahead to say that even if it's in your kitchen media, I don't mind. I mean, you sometimes don't know where. Sometimes I sit back and I go over my, I'm like, where did I get this from? But you kind of, it's like something
Was it like pusher coming through, your alter ego coming through?
Probably, some kind of spirit driving me, if you say. And so she said that, home will not be ideal.
Yeah.
She went to the point of saying, okay, there's a place where we could meet. I think it was like a lodge or something, a guest lodge or something.
Please, where was this lodge?
Oh, I don't remember. But she knew the place, I didn't know.
Okay.
So the point was, okay, we're going to meet up. And so time was set, everything. And of all the days, I left my phone on the dressing mirror. There was something. It's so weird till today.
So
it was a blessing in disguise that I was exposed, but my wife saw the message.
Alom saw the message.
Yeah, she did.
What did she say?
What did she say?
I like the. Please, what did Alom say?
No, she confronted me on it. She just and she didn't do it she wasn't wild. She just.
She gave you the cool and collected Alom.
Yeah, and then
here you go.
Yeah.
What do you think you're about to do?
Exactly.
You crazy?
And I told her I wasn't going to go through with it. No, honestly, let me see. I was going to back out. Even though if I say it now, I mean everything is so clear, she wouldn't believe it, nobody would believe me, but I know inside, I knew that I wasn't going to do it. I was going to just find an excuse and then
just dash out.
Dash out, But
this close.
Yeah.
So now you understand when I say this close.
Yeah.
You get it?
Yeah, I was. And this close, when I say that this close in shattering everything, and it really broke the trust that we had built, and now I have to rework it again.
Yeah.
And it was a huge lesson for me that, at the end of the day, Charlie, you're going to just hurt the people who really care about you and love you. And so many people will be hurt by that, and just by that one decision and that one choice. And so, I really have to really put in the checks and balances, being accountable. And it's been something that has really turned things around. And we've become very, very,
close.
Very close.
Yeah.
And, it's
crazy.
But it's just to tell you that, Charlie, we're
human.
Yeah, we're human. We
right?
go through this stuff, and people think that everything is all rosy, and we fight. We have to stay and fight some of these things. Yeah.
One of the things I appreciate about you two as well is talking about your struggle with Ryan.
Yeah.
And how that was like quite heavy for your relationship.
Yeah.
I've seen him now. He's so talkative.
I know, right?
So bubbly.
Yeah, giving ultimatums and stuff.
Giving ultimatums, but
Look at
the
you.
struggle that you had to go through to get to him. How did you manage to keep sane? Like, keep a level head during that time? Because those things have broken up relationships.
Yeah, they have. And I think for us, I don't know where we got it from, but it was more like the focusing on one another, each other, because we thought that even though we yearned to have, a child, we also thought that perhaps maybe it was a way of nature telling us that, no, this time is for us to bond, to really get to know each other, because we're coming from different backgrounds, and our backgrounds are so opposite.
Yeah.
She's coming from a space where everything is in the open. I mean, a phone call comes in, and it's daddy's phone, and mommy can pick it and have a conversation and end it. And my background, you dare not.
Yeah.
Even if you're the wife. Daddy's phone, nobody touches it. You know, so when we came together, I was like, I found it very strange. Like, it was like invading my privacy, girl. Yeah. I mean, yeah, we're married, but...
You're invading my privacy, girl.
Well, social media, I get this. So, you know, it was a bit of a struggle.
Yeah.
So we thought that, okay, we really needed to really search deep, go in, you know, and get to know each other, so that by the time we're so, you know, bonded, when the baby comes in, we're not going to, because imagine if the baby had come in at that time, we'll still be that, and then the baby comes in and it's all like, okay, so where's the focus for me in my journey? And so it was a blessing again in disguise. But even though the reality was that it was painful, and at times where it was, most of the time it was us going for, your friend is saying, outdoorings. People were like, we have a lot of that. And I'm like, are you this guy cry or worry or the two go? And then we were doing everything right. You know,
so does that mean we're not trying for another baby? We're not going to try for another baby.
Nobody said that.
Okay.
Yeah?
It's in the works? Is this an exclusive?
I mean, you don't
Is something happening?
No, do you even plan for that?
Like, but maybe it's already happening. Is it already happening?
Oh, Sika, there are children watching this
Adjetey?
thing. Oh,
is it already
rated?
Is it happening?
What is?
Oh, catch it.
No, I mean, like, do you really, okay, you made plan, okay, I'm going to have no more than 3 or 4,
okay.
2.
Okay, so it's something that you're planning for. It's not already in the works.
Yeah.
I'm excited. Got me really excited. I think Ryan needs like a sister or a brother, you know,
he's
so that he can marry
for that,
my daughter. Because we need to keep it in the family. We really need to keep it in the family.
That's cool.
Adjetey! Don't get yourself in trouble today. Don't get yourself in trouble.
No, staying a simple truth, honest.
Newly married. I've been married for like 6 months, 7 months, 8 months. Right?
Yep.
Yeah, you people should have told me.
How's it like?
You people should have told me.
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah.
I should enjoy single life.
Yeah, while it lasts, but then.
No, marriage is good. Marriage is good.
Oh yeah.
Marriage is good.
Yeah,
but then, from somebody who's been married for quite a while, what advice would you give me, you know? Because apparently, the longer you're married, the worse the sex becomes. Like, it becomes more boring.
That's not true.
It's not true, right?
Yeah. It's what you, because it's what you know, it's better now than it was. I mean, I was getting a recommendation recently that, you know that we've gotten better.
You had a conversation with your wife about you guys getting better at sex?
She actually more like commending me that, you know.
She was commending you.
Yeah. So we've got. Oh yeah, I'll take that.
Wow. Yeah. So she said these days you are really doing the things.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it doesn't, as somebody wrote, sex starts in the kitchen, from the kitchen, and what?
Please, who wrote that?
I'll find the writer.
Sex starts in the kitchen.
In the kitchen. So it's not we're in the bedroom. No, it starts from, you know, what you talk about. It's more like preparing, you know,
laying
the grounds.
groundwork.
Exactly.
Yes.
You're very sensitive. You're warm with words. You know, it's a whole process. And I didn't realize that in the beginning.
Got you.
It was more like it's a duty.
Yeah.
I'm married to you. I mean, yeah. Let's get on with it. We need babies too.
But now
so
you finesse.
Now it's more, and it's sweeter. It lingers on more, even when you're at work. Then you have this thing lifting like, oh, that really worked well, didn't it? You know, so you know, being you have to just be relaxed about it, patient.
You know, you're really shocking my soul today, Adjetey.
But you asked for it. You asked me to swear. Didn't you?
I'm not complaining.
Hey, if you do that,
Please, I'm not complaining. I love it. I'm not complaining. I love it. I'm seeing you different today. I don't know if it's the wine.
You've been talking to characters all this long, but this is Adjetey.
I've been talking to characters, and I've known you for so long. Yeah. Now I feel deceived. Honestly, I feel deceived.
You do?
You know, you said something in one of your interviews back then that you don't kiss on camera.
Yeah, mostly I avoid.
You avoid it.
Yeah.
Is it still the case?
It is.
You don't kiss.
Yeah.
Before when you made the statement, it had something to do with like disease and Ebola and something like that, or just being.
Not even that. I was in that's always been an uncomfortable space for me, even before these diseases came into the picture. Yeah. I've never felt comfortable. I think that, you know, it's the medium that we tell our stories through. It's an art form, and therefore there are ways in which we can tell it.
Okay.
And let people believe that it's really happening when it's not.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you were going to Hollywood. Mm-hmm. You know how Hollywood plays.
So yeah, I can count the number of movies that Denzel has kissed.
You can count the number of movies that Denzel has kissed.
Yeah, like one.
But there must be a price to get you to kiss. What will it take to get Adjetey to kiss on camera?
Nothing.
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 Not even $1 million.
Not for all the rights in China. I mean,
$2 million.
It's not about the money for me. It's more the principle and what sits well with me and I'm comfortable with. Because if I'm not comfortable, then you don't get the best out of me.
Yeah.
And what's it that when you have something you want to give it, it should be the very best.
Got you.
Yeah.
So no kissing.
No. Who cheats, you know, and
you
make
do like
it
that
seem
small on the side kind of thing.
But not like, because I'm always uncomfortable. People thought that because I'm married, but you know, it was when you go back into my history and what I've done, it's there. Every director will tell you that when it comes to that, we have to negotiate.
Yes. But you said some people have tried to kiss you on camera, though. Or they've tried to kiss you maybe when you're rehearsing.
Yeah, I've gotten mad sometimes.
Is it? you told him, fucking shit or mother. Don't shit and kiss me, no?
No.
No.
Damn it.
Damn it. Okay. Well, that's good. I mean, I feel like I've gotten to know you better. You know, like you said, I've always been speaking to characters. Today I'm speaking to the real Adjetey, which is pretty cool, you know. And I think your relationship it's super admirable that you guys are so open.
Thank you.
You know, and wish we can all be open like that. But thanks for coming over.
Always a pleasure. Always a pleasure.
'Cause it's time to